What up, y'all? It's your boy J Cruz, aka the Audio Cat. Always want to thank you guys for watching. Always thank you guys for the support, man, that y'all giving us in this channel. We're at the shop today, man. It's I don't usually drop these videos day by day, but this is the day before Father's Day, and I'm hoping to have a special Father's Day gift for myself. I'm gonna show you what it is, y'all. So we're over here in the shop, and we have the Viper, but we also have the turbos. Came back from being rebuilt. As you can see, they're perfectly perfect. And now we're gonna get them to get installed and hopefully button up my car today to be able to get this car to hopefully drive it for Father's Day, man. So I got Adolfo working on that. It's gonna be installing these turbos, getting it situated, getting it going, and we should hopefully have this car coming out today if God permits it. In the process, I'm also having Josh take a look and see if we could drop the spoiler down. So he's gonna probably do the removal of this real quick, just so I can see what I need to do to modify. Because to me, it's too tall. Some people like it, but I want to give it more of a little bit more of a design drop. So I'm gonna drop that down and get that going, and hopefully get that going. We have a couple cars coming into the shop today. We have one that we did a high flow cat system, got a check engine light. We're checking out and see what's going on with that one on the O2 sensors. We have another one that's coming in to install a drag setup today. We have another car that's here to install some decals, and of course we have our regular work for retail. But you know, we're gonna do what we have to do, y'all. So stay tuned if we get this day rolling. God bless. What up, y'all? It's your boy J Cruz, aka the Audio Cat. Want to thank you guys all for watching. I would thank you guys for the support. We got something going on today, man. Everybody always writing questions. We're gonna do a couple of these videos. One of them that could be coming up is on my Dodge Viper, 1,000+ horsepower. And it's always having a setup of tires. So if you know racing and you've heard across the time, spinning is not winning, and that is a true fact. When you're spinning, you're losing time, you're losing speed, you're losing acceleration, you lost the race mode with the time. So today we're gonna be doing two different demos. Next video I'm probably gonna drop on the same topic. It could be in the Viper, 1,000 horsepower plus car. Today we're doing a Scatpack that has a couple little modifications on it. It has a full exhaust system, has a couple different things done to it. We have some Nitto 555 with the 555s G2s on there, which is the street tire on the car. We're gonna do a couple hits on that and show you on this video what the car shows on the factory computer system is 0 to 60 is, and what the speed is doing on the car in a quarter mile in the eighth. Then we're gonna get those same cars, get the same rims off, take off the rims and tires, and install the Nitto 555R2, which is a softer compound. It is a drag radial tire, and we're gonna do the same comparison so you could be the judge of what is the best tire you should have for your horsepower and be able to enjoy your ride. If you have a fast car, you know that you play with tires, you know that you play with different things to be able to grip, you know what reaction time is, you know what the time slip is going to track, you understand what it is to have a good mile an hour and be able to have the best acceleration possible. If you don't, welcome to the channel. We're going to give you this information today and show you what is the biggest difference between the same brand of tire, Nitto, same series, the 555s, but one's going to be a street tire and one's going to be a drag radial. Stay tuned as I'm going to get this car and go down to Mexico, do a couple of hits on it, show you what the car does on the 555 G2s, which is their best street tire. Come back to the shop, remove those tires, install the drag radials, and do the same hits, and you guys be the judge of what's going on. So stay tuned. I'll let it all that.
Entonces le doy aquí.
No, ya está roll.
¿Ya está grabando?
Okay. All right, guys, so this is what I'm gonna do to show you guys we're doing a fair. We're gonna go the same road. We're gonna do everything exactly the same rims, no drag setup, just changing of tires. So right now I got the vehicle here. I'm gonna get the PSI on this and I'm gonna drop it down to 20 PSI. So I run them normally 18 to 20, but I'm gonna do 20 on this test. So right now, she is showing that we are 28. So I'm gonna bring it down to 20 to be fair on both tires. So we have everything exactly the same and give you guys a true comparison of tires. Nothing being different, nothing same day, no differences, everything exactly the same, y'all. 24. 23. 21 and a half. 21 even. 20 and a half. 20 even. So we got 20 PSI on this tire, even. Perfect. Now let's get the other side going at the same exact thing. The Scatpack competitor, y'all. Let's see what this one was at before. 29. 20 psi. All right. And you might be asking, why is it that we drop the tire pressure? So when a tire is completely bubbled up, you can notice that most tires have a little round curvature to it. So what we do when we flatten it out, we're flattening out the whole contact patch to have the most contact you can to the street or whatever surface you're racing on. So for that reason, when you bring the PSIs down, as the car is cooling down or when you're racing the car, if you set it at 20, by the time you go down the strip and come back, you might end up 23 or 25 PSI. Because heat expands air, cold cools it down. So to start off, we're doing 20 PSI. We're gonna go get the car set up inside, hit the streets and see what the car's doing. Stay tuned. Alright y'all, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the SRT page of this vehicle and I'm going to set it up. So as you can tell here, I'm going to go to sports mode. And here we got paddle shifters on, which is fine, traction control on sport, suspension sport, steering sport, and transmission on sport. We're good on that point. I'm going to, because with the sport traction control, the traction control is still helping. So I'm probably gonna do two different. I'm gonna do one with, I'm gonna do 2 hits per tire. I'm gonna do one with sports traction control and one with traction control completely off. And then we'll have a good comparison on both. So stay tuned if we get out to Mexico to be able to do what we have to do. All right guys, so now we're getting to the road and I just want you guys to know I'm not gonna do no burnouts or nothing like that, which actually helps you, but I'm not, because I'm giving you a real life scenario of when you're driving your car, what really happens in the streets when you're driving your car normally. No prep, no nothing special. So I'm gonna stop. I'm here right now. I'm gonna go ahead and elevate the car's RPM a little bit to maybe about 2,000. And then I'm gonna release it when I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, go. I'm pedaling. Let's see what the time comes up to be. Okay, so I got a 13 flat on the quarter mile. I got a 8.3 on the 8th. I got a 79 mile an hour on the 8th. I'll show you on the screen here. So I got a, well, let me flip this camera this way. Let me flip this camera this way. So I can show you exactly what's going on. So we have here 0 to 60, 6.1, obviously you know we're spinning. We have a 0 to 100, 11.4, 8th at 8.3, 79 miles an hour, quarter mile at a 13 and a 106. So now that we got that number, I'm going to go ahead now and do a full traction control off, and now I'm gonna be more responsible for making the car have traction and see what happens. At the same time, the tires get a little warmer, so it should be a little bit better, but we're about to find out, y'all, so stay tuned. Guys, to show you guys what's going on your SRT, you have a traction control button. If you come to SRT pages, you'll see where my modes are. If I press and hold this, traction control is now off, as you can tell. So now, at this point, I'm fully responsible for making the car go. We're gonna see how we get it on this one, y'all, so stay tuned. So now I don't know what you gotta lose, y'all. Alright guys, so here we go. Let me get the performance pages going on. And let's see, now I'm driving the car. I didn't register. I did a 5.6. Let me do this again because I messed. I don't know, I thought it was a count. Now I'm driving the car. So now I was able to accomplish, and we'll show you out there, 0 to 60 at 5.5, which I think was better than the other time. 11.3 to 100. The 8th was a 9.0, 86 mile an hour, so I had 1 mile an hour, and I had a quarter of 13.6 at 109. So these are the numbers we're dealing with right now on street tires compared to the drag radios. So now I'm going to the shop, drive to Mexico, get the shop, get these tires installed, and come do the same exact runs, and you guys can have a real comparison of what's the difference between a Nitto 555 G2 and an R2. One's a great street tire, which is the G2, but the R2 is a drag radio compound, softer compound. We should be able to increase these numbers by a lot. We'll see how much we actually gain as we continue this video. Stay tuned. All right, crews, I'll give you an update. Unfortunately, even though my turbos are here, I sent my bumper to go get painted, and I will not have it back on time to be able to enjoy my car for Father's Day. So Viper's down till Monday. But to give you an update on what's going on in the shop, we got Mr. Real to Real's track hawk. We've been doing some that, bro. Listen, that car looks nasty. But this one came in. We added the customer request, y'all, not personal design. But he wanted the scar mark, Dodge emblems here, side here, match on both sides. Charger logo here on the side, also done. And at that point in time, that one is ready to go out for delivery. We had the car that I told you guys about that gave me a check engine light problem. This is it. She's getting ready to leave out right now too. My son already got that figured out. And now we are going to just continue with retail, but just giving y'all an update. Stay tuned. So I'm gonna show you what's going on here. We have just removed the NT Nittos. I'm gonna show it to y'all. Nt555. Let me get this right. Hold on, one fire. With the Nittos Nt555 G2s, got those off, and now we have the R2s installed. So now we're gonna do the run to check on the R2s and show you guys what happened when you have a drag radio in the car. Alright, y'all, so we're driving to Mexico. I got the tires on there. We're about to show you now the difference on the setup. I'll show you guys the computer so you guys know we're in the same modes, and we're gonna now check the differences in times with just switching out the tires of a car, what you actually gain. Now there's a lot of different brands out there. This is going to be the Nitto 555R2, which is a drag radio for the streets. It's a tire that you can still drive in the rain and enjoy your vehicle if you get caught up in rain, but it's definitely going to be a better gripping tire. So we're going to see what we actually accomplish and gain by just switching the tires on the car. So you guys out there always asking questions of how much does a tire make a difference in the car, you are about to find out. I'm driving out to Mexico to do these hits. Once I get there, I will show you guys the computers, everything we did on the screens, like everything the same, just so you guys know there's nothing being changed. You have a true comparison, same PSI of the tires at 20 PSI, which I'll show you now. Right there. And then we will be doing the same hits that we did before, but now showing you guys the difference of how much a tire makes difference on sticking up a car. Stay tuned. So I'm gonna show you exactly where we at. We're here in Mexico, same setup as before, nothing's changed. 20 PSI on tires, and now we're gonna do a hit here to show y'all exactly what's going on. Got my cameraman here, but I'm gonna stop over here where we stopped before. You can actually see the 11s on the floor. Look, if you look, let me switch this camera around. You can actually see the 11s right there on the floor from the first time. I'm gonna show them to you here. If we pull up to them, y'all can see the 11s. This is where the car took off last time. So we'll line it up in the same spot and take a hit, so stay tuned. I'm gonna edit this, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, porque ahí dice Texas 167.
I don't want to get your thing on there. All right, guys, same thing. Coming up to the 2,000 mark, doing a launch. Oh, forgot the performance.
Yeah, you forgot the performance.
Son of a mother. I'll be back, y'all. We're gonna edit all this part. All right, now we're gonna do the launch. We got the performance pages, timers going on. Let's see what we gained in the car. Got a 4.660 0 to 60, a 10 on the 100 mile an hour, 8.1 on the 8th at 88 miles an hour, and we have a 12.6 now at a 109 compared to what we had before, and that was with the computer taking over. Now I'm gonna do the takeover, and we'll see exactly where we at and what we gained, y'all. So let me get around here to Mexico. I'll be right back. The same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the traction control from the vehicle. Press and hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds. You should get a notification on the screen. Traction control is off. Now I'm going to come back to performance pages for you guys. Let it load up. And timers. So come back over here to where we were at before. And let's see what happens now on the new performance page with these tires on. 60 foot, me pedaling it off the light. We got a 10.8 for the 0 to 100. We got an 8.5 for the 8th. We got a 13.0. So now compare these numbers that I'm gonna show you guys in this video. Let me flip this camera around here. So now on this video, I'm gonna display all the runs so you can see the first run. And this is the second run with the same tires. Now this could be the second run. And this is the next run with the tires. So now you see what the difference is on the tires, and that's me pedaling it on the second runs. Traction control obviously helped a lot there, but you can actually see that you gain a lot by just doing tires. I mean, when you put things in perspective of a tenth, you may not be seeing a lot on the time, 4.6 to a 5.0, right? Like that's kind of a difference there. But in reality, any racer will tell you a sixth, a 0.3, you're already talking about 3-4 cars difference in a race. Easily off the light, you got 3 or 4 cars difference right off the light on just having a better tire. So for you guys that are always wondering, do tires help? Yes, it does. I wish we would have had another car that we could have ran it with these two races to give y'all comparison, because it's looking at numbers, but we're talking about we gained 3/10. 3/10 is 3 to 4 cars easily on a race, right? So I say it was a thumbs up. It's a little bit of investment. They definitely don't last as long as regular tires do, but I can give you one thing: when you need to have it, especially if you're rolling the car, you have a whole different beast in your hands just from doing tires. So this was an informational video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Always thank y'all for the support. Y'all be good and God bless.